Welcome back, Gaming with King family, to another F1 Clash video, and we're back for another How to Win series video. So we're at Series 6. I'm currently at Series 7, but I'm going to be sharing with you guys the strategies and tips that I use to go through Series 6 to make it up to Series 7. Alright? So we're going to be jumping straight into it. Before we jump into it, make sure to check out our video or previous video on GP events as we see some outrageous things going on in the GP event. Here we go for our first race in Series 6. It's going to be the Spa, pretty nice track, and we're going to be using tire management. No, we're going to be using alright, here we go. So if you find that you have been matched with a rival with an equal score and one of his driver qualify way out in the front, what you will have to do to get back that driver is either you're going to forfeit and lose that race and go again, or you could use a boost that gives you good race start and overtaking stats like the Kappa here, and that should do the job. That should get the job done, because what it's going to do is it's going to give your drivers a pretty good start, so he's going to be able to catch up to the rival. Alright, so if this is the case where you get in these kind of matches, then that is how you resolve these kind of matches. As you use one of your lead driver, you just give him like one of the best boosts for that specific track. As we can see, we made up a good amount of positions, and then we lost it all back there with our Kevin Magnussen, but we continue to go with him, and he should still be able to make up these places and get our race back into contention for the win. So we're going to try and get him by Sargent here, who's currently holding him up. We have good overtaking, and we had a good race start, and we had extra cornering, so there we go, squeezing past those two. That was holding us up a bit, and the rival is at P15, and we're right behind him. And we're going to put some attack now on him, put some pressure on these guys to see if we could pass a few of them. Alright, so we picked up one, and now we'll just see if we can squeeze up the inside of Esteban Ocon. There we go, making our way, and we're looking pretty good. Then we're just going to go back to the soft tires as it's 2-2-2, the strategy here at the Spa. So we're just going to keep our driver attacking everybody he can to make up these places and get back ourselves into contention. So wherever you can get a overtake, you're going to attack with your driver there, mostly in the corners, as mainly the straights have not been favorable for overtaking so far. Alright, so we're going to squeeze him on in to pit, and we could boost for a second driver or Sargent from here. Let's see if we get the jump, because our pit time is pretty good. Alright, so we didn't get the jump, but we're coming back out right behind the rival. He's on the hard tires while we're on the softs, so right away we'll be able to get the jump on him and pick him off. So we just need to allow our driver to drive now and save some power unit where he can, and then we'll make our way there. Alright, so here he goes, getting the overtake naturally, and that's all because of the boost that we decided to use for him, because he was way out in front of our driver. So the only way to recover a race like this is to use premium boost on your driver, so he can have the momentum he needs to make up the places and get back into contention. If you don't have the boost, then what you want to do is just forfeit and move on to the next race. Remember, F1 Clash is a win some lose some kind of game. You are going to win some and you are going to lose some, so you just move on to the next race. Alright, so we're going to line up now our Magnussen for his final pit stop. He wants to squeeze by Daniel Ricciardo. There he goes. So we're up to P13. The rival is in 17, so 4 cars behind. Give him some boost. Then we're going to cut down so we can charge back up a little bit. so we could boost through the pits. And then we'll put in our, did we put it on our go to pit orders for Sergeant? And we'll boost Sergeant from there. We got a nice 4-5-4 pit stop. And then we'll cut that down, as the rival will need to make a stop with his Lando Norris right there. So we'll just allow now our Magnussen to just drive naturally and get into those positions. So 2-2-2 is the tire management strategy for this track. And then again, if you get these kind of matches where you're matched with the rival on team score fairly evenly, but the rival out qualifies you by a lot, then now you know what to do to try and recover that race. All right, so there we go. Now we're gonna just steam away for the final lap with our Magnussen, as we see the rival Norris coming back out in P20 with a whole lot of cars in front. So no way he's gonna be able to catch back up to us. And there we go for our first victory of the video. Alright, let's now just wait for our Sergeant to make his way around and finish his race. And then you'll see the kind of match we got. I think this person is using a stock car with a high level Norris. That's why Norris qualified out in P10. So I think he's running a stock car with a high points Norris. Alright, so we're waiting on our Sergeant to finish the race. Come on, Sergeant. Drive. Drive, drive, drive. Alright, so here goes Logan crossing the line for the victory for us. Alright, let's take a quick look now at the debriefing window, and we'll go from there into our next race. Hopefully we get a different track and it doesn't take too long for us here. Alright, so here is the debriefing. There is the strategy, a 2-stop strategy for us. The top runners did a 1-stop strategy. They have the tire management to do so. Ooh, it was a level 4 Norris. Alright, so a level 4 Lando Norris. He has way better qualifying. He has like 40 qualifying there. That's why he qualified way out there. And once again, a pretty good car from the rival. He also has a stock part in there. But yeah, let's jump into the next one. Here we go for our next race. We are on Austin, Texas. Let's go. Remember to smash the like button if you haven't already done so. And remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed. Alright, so we're getting out qualified here at Austin. Whenever you have a even match and you're getting out qualified, you definitely want to throw on some boost. So we're going to throw on some boost here. It's either that or you're going to be forfeiting and going again for a different race. Alright, so it's either or either. So we're going to throw on some boost here so our drivers can get the win, as we're out qualified by the rival by a lot. Alright, so good start there from our Magnussen, moving up to P20, now up to P19 as he goes around the outside, back in P20, trying to squeeze. So we see the rival Magnussen all the way up there in the front. So we'll just allow our drivers to make their way through. Kevin Magnussen up the inside now. Slams into a car, picking up P18. Cut down that one. Boost back up our Magnussen. We want him to go up the inside line here. Picking up 2 position. Around the outside he goes. Trying to squeeze past the rival Magnussen, who now starts to boost. We now pick up that position. Let's see if we can pick up Yuki Tsunoda up the inside here. Now, can we go up the inside of Danny Ricciardo? Yes, we can. So we'll cut and take those positions right there. There we go. So we're looking good. Looking pretty good right there. Alright. Alright, so we'll continue. we're going to be going to pit for the mediums. And we're also going to be going to pit for the hards. Now we're going to dive into pit with our Magnuson here. And also dive in with our Sergeant. We're getting back out in P17, squeeze in front of the rival. Nope, we're back behind Joe. Alright, so we'll just allow now our Magnuson to drive. He'll be doing 3 laps on these tires for the 2-3-2 strategy. And wherever we see the opportunity like that, we'll just squeeze him into position. As the rival Magnuson goes around for 3 laps. So he'll be going to pit. We'll pick him up in the pits there. Alright. What we're going to do now is just boost our Magnuson from here to get him to go by pit. We want him to go by pit as fast as possible. There we go. Moving up to P11. Creating this massive gap between him and the rival Kevin Magnuson. Even our Sergeant is up there in P22 doing pretty good for himself, holding it down. He's going to drop to the back anyways, so we're not going to fight with him. We're just focusing mainly on our lead driver. We could have not given Sergeant any boost because it's just a waste of boost to give both drivers here boost. Could have just gave boost to Kevin Magnuson only. Alright. So whenever the game tries to cheat you with the match, where you see your team score are fairly even, and then you come to see the rival out qualifying you by hundreds of miles down the road, then you probably just throw on some boost and go get back that race, or you could just forfeit and move on to the next race. Alright, so Magnuson now on his way into pit. I'm gonna boost him from here. And here comes Sergeant as well. His tire management is not as good as Kevin Magnuson. So we're gonna boost him from there. Here comes Kevin. Back out in P14, right behind the rival. Right onto him. On the softs, he's on the mediums. We squeeze by for the victory, as his Magnuson will have to make another pit stop, leaving us with the win. Alright, so fairly easy, fairly simple. Don't have to be leveling up everything right away all at once. Just take your time, go through the levels, take your time, find the sweet spot of each series, because each series have a sweet spot. From Series 4, Series 5, and Series 6 here have a sweet spot that you need to find in terms of your setup. And once you find that sweet spot, then you get only sweet matches. Alright, we can just boost now to finish from there. Haven't seen a lot of overtaking going on the straights. Maybe it's because the assets are very low. So maybe once we start to level up our assets, then we'll see them start to overtake again on the straights. But for now, it's mainly in the corners where we're seeing overtaking taking place. Alright, so there we go. Great victory for us. We'll definitely take that. Alright. There we go. Alright. Let's take a quick look at the debriefing. And you'll see this rival had a higher team score than us. 404 to our 392. So fairly even in the matchmaking, as I said, but their qualifying was way out. Far out from us. So they had a level 5 Magnuson and a level 1 Zoe. So how comes their level 5 Magnuson qualified so far away from our level 5 Magnuson? That's why they have a 80 qualifying on their car. So a nice little mixture of parts there on the car. Pretty nice. But yeah, let's jump into our final race and see if we could get one more of the other tracks. Here we go for our final race. Finally, man, I've been forfeiting and searching over 1 million coins to get this third track. And once again, we see we're getting out qualified by the rival. And whenever you see you are getting out qualified by the rival, all you got to do, give your main driver a boost. That's it. Just give your main driver a boost, and you can use that driver to catch back up to those who are out qualifying you. All right. So we gave Kevin Magnuson the couple boost, and you see he gets a perfect start, trying to make his way there, blocking him, trying to block him, and he just shook them off and got out of there with that boost. Without the boost, you probably want to just restart the race because you're automatically going to lose. It's a win some lose some kind of game. So some races you're going to be losing, some racing you're not going to be losing. And for those of you who have been saying that you can't win without boost, and I would say I agree with you guys. You can win without boost, but it's rare. It's highly difficult to win without boost at this point in the game. At Series 6 here, Series 5 you could win without boost, as we did in Series 5 without problems, but from Series 6 going up to Series 7, you have to use boost to give your drivers the best opportunity they can to win the race. If you're not going to be using boost in Series 6 and Series 7, it's going to be pretty difficult for you, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Even if it's the free boost, you don't have to give the exact kind of boost for the track, and it doesn't have to be premium boost. It could just be any boost. As long as it's a boost, it will get the job done. All right, it could have been like the self-control. They would have gotten the job done with the self-control. Probably not like how he's doing it now with this massive lead because of the couple boost, but yeah, you would probably still be able to win the rival with the self-control boost on if it was the self-control boost you were running. All right, so the strategy for Japan is the same 2-3-2 strategy. That's all you're gonna need. Ooh, we mispit with our Sergeant here, so we're gonna do just boost him from there. No worries, and we'll just go back to the medium since we mispit with him. And we see him getting a little bit of a block on the corner there as these guys squeeze past. But or Kevin Magnuson is way out in the front, giving us the victory with the couple boosts. Alright, so that's the state of the game currently. At this level, you're going to want to use boost to make your gameplay a lot more smoother, a lot more simpler and easier for you. If you're not going to be using boost, it's going to be highly difficult for you to get the wins, and the game is going to treat you really bad in terms of luck. Alright, your drivers are going to get probably overtaken, then they're just going to get pushed back, and stuff like that will happen when you're not using any boost from Series 6 going up to the higher series. So my recommendation is from Series 6 here, you definitely want to be using some boost. If you're new to the game and you don't have a lot of boost saved up from previous seasons, just make sure you get your daily allotted amount of boost. I think you can get 3 boosts daily from the boost section right there, and I think you get 1 boost from the top section right there, from the free crate at the top where the coins are. So you want to just watch those ads and get those boosts and save them up. Once you finish your first event, you should have a good amount of boost. As long as you made it to the finals, you should get a good amount of boost, and that amount of boost should be able to last you out until the next event is finished, where you can get some more boost. Alright, So that's the current state of the game. Nothing much we could do about it. We just have to find the best results and the best way to win and make it easy for ourselves. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so now it's a matter of just waiting now for the race to be completed, as Or Magnussen has definitely won this one for us with the couple boost here. Up the inside now, Kevin on Perez. Good try to squeeze past Perez there, no luck. Perez defended as he goes out of power unit. Can he try and squeeze past up the inside here? There we go, got him up the inside. Will Perez come back up the inside? No, he cannot. Alright, so we're looking good there, looking pretty awesome. So it's just a matter now of Logan Sargent finishing his race. Look at the difference between the driver that had the boost and the driver that did not have the boost. Massive difference. The driver with the boost almost lapping the driver with no boost there. Alright, so that's basically gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys like this one. Hopefully you guys, this one helped you guys out and you picked up some new tips and tricks throughout this one. Remember to smash the like button and subscribe if you're not yet subscribed to the channel. And here comes, wow, look at that, our Magnussen is still boosting even though he's finished the race. He's stuck on boost, and now he's pressuring our Sargent to get out of the way. He's stuck on boost. Kevin Magnussen stuck on boost, still going, boosting away there. Interested there. But yeah, let's take a quick look now at the debriefing window. As you saw in front of this race, these guys out-qualified us and we had the higher team score, and they had a lower team score and they out-qualified us because they have better qualifying stats with their drivers. So 27 for Nico Hulkenberg up against the level 5, and then you see at 82 qualifying on their car. Alright, so that's basically going to be it for this one. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think, how you guys are doing in your races, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
And they say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love.